Let's learn some intermediate skills. While in air, you can fly by extending both arms forward and holding down the trigger buttons on both hands. Just like you're a superhero. You can't jump here, so you gotta soar to reach the finish line. Try and make it to that cliff above you by flying. You made it across. With flying, you can make much further gaps than you normally would by just falling. Remember, you can fly whenever you want. You don't need a boost. While flying, you can turn by simply twisting your arms, kinda like steering a car. Point your head and hands in the direction you want to go. Try to make it to the end by steering around these walls. When you're flying at high speeds, every second counts. Turn faster by twisting your arms in front of you instead of just turning. Now that you know how to turn mid-air, you can better control yourself along a racetrack when flying. To climb up a wall, simply pull yourself up by grabbing the green handles. To grab a handle, hold the trigger button over the handle and your hand will snap to the nearest grabbable object. You can't jump here. Try and climb to the top of these walls. Pull yourself up by grabbing handle to handle. To snap to a handle, simply hold the trigger button. Reach out towards the closest grippable object and hold the trigger button to grab one. Move your hand down to pull yourself up. Good job! Now you can scale up climbable walls. You can also fling yourself up a wall to climb faster. To fling yourself, first grab a handle with the trigger button, hold it above your head, and then throw it straight down to the floor. Release the trigger button on the way down. You can't slow climb these. Make it up the walls by flinging yourself upwards. Remember to release the trigger button midway through your swing when your hand is moving fastest to fling yourself at higher speeds. Avoid scrambling up a wall. It's always faster and easier to fling yourself up a wall. Deliberately fling your arm towards the ground and release the node. Look up so you can direct yourself easier. Having trouble flinging yourself? Try to imagine throwing a ball downwards to the floor. The harder you throw, the further you'll fling. Remember to look up so you can see where you're going when you fling yourself. To fling yourself, grab any handle, look up, then swing your arm straight down and release the button along the way. Having trouble flinging yourself? Try to imagine throwing a ball downwards to the floor. The harder you throw, the further you'll fling. Avoid scrambling up a wall. It's always faster and easier to fling yourself up a wall. Remember to look up so you can see where you're going when you fling yourself. Remember to fantastic! Now you can quickly scale up climbable walls by flinging yourself ahead of the competition. Double tap the trigger button to shoot your glove blast and blow things out of the way. Glove blast the target to open up the path. Glove blast can break objects or destroy mines and projectiles thrown by other players. The glove blast can be used not only to interact with the environment, but also to defend yourself from others. While racing, you can also grab power-ups to augment your vector gloves. Smash through a power ball, and double tap the trigger to activate your new ability. Use nitro to boost your way across this gap. Use nitro to boost your way across this gap. Double tap the trigger to activate your power. After activation, hold the trigger button to keep boosting with nitro. Activate the nitro by double tapping the trigger. While nitro is active, you don't need to keep sprinting. Use it to take the lead with minimum effort. Now that you understand these new mechanics, let's put you to the test. Use what you just learned to make it to the end of the track. Nice job. Fantastic. Sweet! Cool! Great! Now that you completed these tutorials, you're ready to tackle beginner and intermediate race courses. Or you can come back and try the advanced tutorial if you want to master sprint vector.